Hi, welcome to What's Up with DJ. Today we will be making shrimp fettuccine alfredo. And here are the supplies you'll be needing. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel, and please click on the bell to be included in on the conversation. First, I'm going to be making my broth here. I'm using a better than bouillon chicken broth, where you can, it's a condensed version of it, and I'm going to use 1 teaspoon for every 8 ounces. Every 1 cup you use 1 teaspoon. And I just made my water hot in the microwave, and I'm adding my 4 teaspoons to make my broth. This is a really easy way to do it. You can use the regular broth that you buy that's already broth, but I like this because I always have it in my fridge. And then we're just going to mix this up. And as again I said, this is 4 cups of chicken broth into the hot water. And we're going to dissolve that all up. You don't have to use this. Like I said, you can buy the box broth, anything you want, just use the broth. And I'm using shrimp today in my fettuccine alfredo. However, you can make this completely meatless. You just skip this step. But if you want to do the shrimp, I use some frozen shrimp. They're good in the bottom there. And they can be cooked or raw, whatever your preference is. Mine are already pre-cooked, so it just makes it easier. They're frozen, which will help because they're going to pressure cook anyway. And now we're going to pour the 4 cups of chicken broth right on top of those. And again, as I said, if you don't want any meat, then just put in the broth in the bottom of your. And then we're going to go on to the fettuccine. We're using 1 whole box. We're going to break these. I was having trouble breaking these the first time. They kind of went flying. There were some tough things to break. So you're just going to break them in half, and so you can lay them in there crisscross. And then I'm going to go ahead and separate these because, like I said, they were kind of tough, hard to break. So just lay them in there crisscrossed. You don't have to do a whole box, but I did a whole box. I live by myself, but it makes you a good portion for leftovers. And just lay them right on top of the broth. And then we're just going to take a spatula or some sort of spoon and just kind of push them down to submerge them into the broth as well as you can. So just kind of push them down. Don't stir them, just push them. And next we're going to take a stick of butter and we're going to cut it in half. And we're going to put half of this stick of butter. And we'll reserve half for later. So just cut it in half. And put your first half right on top of your noodles. Just set it right on top. And I'm just giving it one more push to make sure it's submerged. The butter is going to help your noodles not stick together when they're cooking in the pressure cooker. Now we're going to go over to my pressure cooker. Now you can use any pressure cooker. Instapot. Instapot is just a brand, people, of Instapot is a pressure cooker. I have so many people say, Is Instapot, I have an Instapot, but not a pressure cooker. Well, you do have a pressure cooker. That's just the brand name. So you can cook this in any pressure cooker. You're just going to go to manual setting. You're going to set it for 7 minutes. And we're going to cook it under pressure, manual pressure for 7 minutes. Now, while that's cooking, we're going to get our Laughing Cow garlic herb spreadable cheese ready. And we're just going to get that all out of the foil, get it ready, set it aside. Okay, now the noodles are done cooking for the first 7 minutes. So what we're going to do is just kind of stir them together. Like I said, the butter helped to not make it stick. Now we're going to take our other half of our butter, stick of butter, and we're going to put that in. And we're going to stir that in along with the broth and butter that's already in there. And this pan was hot, so you're just going to hold it. You see my shrimps in there. This is completely good with shrimp. You could saute some chicken beforehand if you want chicken in there. At the end, when you're done, you could put some diced up ham and peas, some people like. Or just completely plain, it doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer. I've been wanting some shrimp, so I did shrimp. Now we're going to take our spreadable garlic cheese and put that in there. And we're going to get our parmesan, and we're going to put 1 cup of parmesan cheese. Put that right on top. And we're going to take 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And put that right on the top. And then we're going to ground some fresh ground pepper in there, about a teaspoon or more. Whatever you prefer on black pepper. I like black pepper. And then we're going to start mixing this together to start having the cheese melt in there. And we're going to get in there and just stir it really good for a while. Try and squish those big chunks of garlic herb spreadable cheese. You can use the Laughing Cow one, or you can use Boursin, which is Boursin. That one's really good, but it was I was out of it at my store, so I got the Laughing Cow one. Just any kind of a spreadable garlic herb kind of cheese. Now we're going to get our heavy whipping cream, and we're going to put 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And this is going to help to thicken up your sauce, your cheesy sauce, and make it really creamy and good. And we're just going to continue to keep stirring. The more you stir it, the more it will melt and get thick, gets thicker. You see any chunks of cheese in there, you're going to want to I see some chunks, so you're going to want to smash them and squish them, because you want them to all be smooth and creamy, no chunks. So just continue to keep turning it over, squishing the cheese. It gets thicker as you go. I'm going to add more black pepper because I just do that in intervals to try and get a little more pepper in there. And then I decided I wanted to try a shrimp. I couldn't wait, so I wanted to eat a shrimp. It's really good. Here's it's a little up closer. You can see that it's thickening up. Still got some cheese in there. I got to kind of squish it down. The longer it sits, as it's being stirred and sitting in between, it thickens up. And then we're going going to serve some up in a bowl. Made some garlic bread there on the side. It smelled very good, very creamy, very good. And then here we have our finished bowl with a little more cracked pepper on top. You see the shrimps. Very saucy, very good. Make you some garlic bread on the side if you'd like. There's an up close. Here's my buddy Sammy, my assistant, always watching and waiting for his sample. If you follow me, you know he's always there waiting. He's in a trance on the noodle. It's like, okay, give it to me now. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.